Hello, 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 Carol. Welcome to the Animal Tone podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
And maybe just to take a step back, and it's probably something I should have done earlier in the interview. But you've got the creative lives of animals, and throughout the book, you're kind of mapping. I think to some extent you're working with the definition of creativity, which
Yes,
I wrote down a dynamic process in which novel and meaningful
novel and
behaviors
meaningful behaviors,
are
right, are
generated by
generated by
individuals.
individuals with the possibility of affecting others at cultural, species, and evolutionary levels. And I would like to kind of parse that for you in terms of how I thought of it.
Sure, go
Um,
ahead.
um, First of all, again, the dynamic process I think is really important. Creativity as a quality is enormous, but the creativity process is something I think that we can understand,
Hmm.
um, and and that we do, and all the other species in the world do it too. Um, and so I decided on novel and meaningful, in which novel and meaningful behaviors. One of the reasons I used meaningful, novel was kind of a given, but I really thought it was important if we were going to talk about animals to use the word meaningful, because it was important that the idea that meaning, animals are making meaning through this process. They have the ability to make meaning for themselves. We do not have to give that meaning to them. They're
Hmm.
very capable of doing that themselves. And I think that is an extremely important idea in animal studies. Um,
Yeah, and you reiterate it throughout the book, trying to, like, whether it's talking about desire or beauty. So often, if
yes,
it's not desirable or beautiful to us, doesn't mean it's not desirable or beautiful to them.
exactly,
And
exactly.
people really do kind of struggle with how to
Yes,
place animals as the subject of thought
a
for
life.
them, not for ourselves and what our standards are. And I think that that
Yeah,
concept of meaningful for them, that community, that
yes.
species, that individual is really, as you say, quite a powerful statement.
Yeah, I do think that. I think that meaning is one of the things that communication and creativity do when someone is being creative. I think they are trying to make meaning.